friends, Zoe here. I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today I am so excited to share with you. Today I'm going to begin opening up to you on this channel about Kambo and Kambo medicine. This has been a beautiful part of my journey the past few months. It has completely changed my life. I am now a certified professional Kambo practitioner. I'll leave my website down below if you are in Bali and received the call. There's been no better time than now to begin sharing this journey with you because it's been so incredibly healing. So let's get started. All right, so today in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you about my first ceremony with Kambo. So just a brief overview, Kambo is frog medicine that is the secretion of the Philomedusa bicolor, which is located in the Amazon rainforest and jungle. This medicine is and has been ethically sourced. It is important to educate yourselves, of course, if you do partake in any Kambo ceremonies, where the medicine comes from, how it is harvested, and just always being sure and careful that there is reverence around this medicine, that there is respect for the people who work with this medicine and the tribes that harvest this medicine. So it's important to educate yourself. I want to say that right off the bat. Today I'm sharing more about my personal experience, and I'm going to be sharing in depth and detail about this. So as always, I just ask for your kindness and open-mindedness because we are about to go on a journey together. The first time that I heard about Kambo was actually when I was in Costa Rica before I was about to do ayahuasca the first time. I remember being at the airport and there was a couple other people waiting for the shuttle bus to Rhythmia who had recently gotten Kambo. And the way that they described it was basically they had been sort of injected to some extent with frog poison and they were puking, and this was like a cleansing thing. Okay, kind of, but we're gonna put that aside. That was like my first experience hearing about it. It's quite common for people to participate in Kambo ceremonies or Kambo sessions prior to doing ayahuasca because it is immensely cleansing for the body. It pulls out the toxins from different organs from the lymphatic system and helps you to eliminate by purging this out. So for me personally, I never really felt called to the frog or frog medicine in general. Yes, I have had experiences with ayahuasca and psilocybin, but that's to the extent of it. Fungi medicine, plant medicine, never been called to any form of synthetic psychedelic, and Kambo is not a psychedelic, I want to say that first, but it's kind of in this realm, right, of alternative forms of medicine and healing modalities. So upon landing in Bali, my intention in moving here was to become more connected with my body and learn to be in my body, and let me tell you, what you intend for, you shall receive, because it's been one lesson after another lesson after another, but we're gonna get into it. For the first few weeks that I got here, I had a ringworm outbreak on my leg. So ringworm is a fungal infection of the skin. It kind of looks like, it's not actually a worm, but it looks like a worm, and these wounds are itchy. At first I thought it was some type of bug bite, and then it started to spread. And being someone who has never really faced physical ailments or anything manifesting on the skin, I felt like I just didn't know what to do with it. It felt like it was out of control. These were the main sorts of narratives around it, is that it felt like it was out of control. I felt like I didn't know how to manage it. And quite frankly, I was looking at my skin in disgust. I didn't even want to look down at my legs. I was covering them. I didn't want anyone else to look at it. I felt very ashamed of what was happening and what was manifesting on my body because I didn't know how to deal with it. And so I had a few friends who I met here who had done Kambo previously with Esther, the practitioner I've spoken about before on my vlog channel. And they said, go do Kambo, Zoe, Kambo, Kambo, Kambo. And I'm like, to be honest, I have never actually been called by the frog. But of course, when the medicine starts calling to you, you start hearing about it left, right, and center. It just felt like everybody was recommending, oh, Kambo for that, Kambo, Kambo, Kambo. I was like, okay, I'll accept that. And then all of a sudden the frogs started coming. And as soon as the frogs started coming, they started coming without fail. As in, like, I would Go to the bathroom, there's a frog staring at me. I go to my door, there's a frog in the door. The frogs were not afraid of me. The frogs were just coming to me, hopping up to me, and I was like, okay, I get it. Okay, I'll answer to the frog. I'll try it out. I'll see how it goes. I was quite resistant at first because, like I said, I had not been called by any other form of medicine, and especially one that was another being, like a live being. I really didn't want to be taking from another animal, amphibian. So I did some research and I contacted Esther, the practitioner in Ubud, and found out that this medicine that she uses, as she is a certified practitioner, is ethically harvested. The tribe worships the frog. They believe that if they are to harm the frog at any point in time in this secretion extraction process, that they will be cursed. I will definitely create another video going into working with the frog and what that's like and how it is ethically harvested, because I know there are a lot of questions around that, and trust me, I had them. Okay, so I will be answering that in a future video, but today we'll just bring it back to me deciding to sit in ceremony and what that experience was like. So anyways, find myself landed in ceremony. The main intention that I had was to heal this ringworm on my leg. Like I said, it was a physical ailment I had never experienced before. There was a lot of shame, there was a lot of disgust, there was just a lot of emotions also around it that I was just ready to release. And I was afraid of Kambo at first because I knew I was gonna have to purge. In ayahuasca, I've done ayahuasca 14 times, I've purged 3 times. And they've been like pretty minimal purges, okay? It's always been something that I'm like a little bit hesitant or resistant to. And so I knew that with Kambo, that's what happens. You arrive in ceremony or your session, whatever that might look like, fasted. So what happens is the Kambo comes on and then you drink water on an empty stomach. So I arrived in ceremony at Esther's place. It was really beautiful. That morning, I was so excited to go. My ego was super scared of the purge. My ego was hesitant over this new experience that was happening, right? Didn't know what was going on. But my soul loved ceremony, and my soul loved ceremony so much. So that really started to present itself. And that excitement was building. I was listening to medicine music and I was wearing my protection beads, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. Whatever it is, I'm ready for this. Land at Esther's place, immediately can just like smell the sage, the Palo Santo, hear the medicine music, and I'm like, ceremony is my favorite place to be in the entire world. I'm just really grateful to be here. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like we're in a ceremony and I love ceremony. So, what was interesting is that we're sitting there, we talk about our intentions, and what had come to me that morning, beyond being there to heal the ringworm, was to heal the blocks around my heart. I had a dream that night before that was like, okay, there's still some things around your heart that need to be addressed and resolved. And so I went and I'm like, okay, I originally came here for the ringworm outbreak that's all over my legs, which you can all see, that I feel really embarrassed about. And then I'm also here to work through resistance around my heart, because for some reason my body and my mind, my soul is telling me that these things are all related. And then we pulled the card. The angel card that I got said, perfect timing, you're in the right place at the right time. And while we were sitting there in ceremony, I had an intuitive hit. I'm psychic. Maybe we'll get into that another time. I had this intuitive download come in that somebody had said to me, I don't know which exact figure or guide it was, it said, buckle up, this is your medicine. And I was like, who said that, right? And I was like, okay, let's see. I'm surprised, but I'm open to the experience. And so the Kambo came on, I got it put onto my arm. Immediately, I felt the connection with the frog. My heart started to beat fast, which is natural, it happens with the medicine, it's connecting with your heart. And I sat in meditation with this fire energy. Kambo is a fire medicine, a warrior medicine, and I sat there and I loved it. I loved what was happening with my body in this experience. The thing about Kambo that I love and connected with immediately was that it commands you to sit with your body. It commands you to sit with the powerful vessel that your body is, versus something like ayahuasca or psilocybin, where any chance that I've gotten to leave my body, I'm out there in the cosmos. I'm like, I don't really want to be on planet Earth right now. But Kambo was like, no, your body is special, your body is sacred, your body is powerful, and you're gonna sit with it and you're gonna witness this power. Ooh, I never felt more connected to my body than I felt in this experience with Kambo. And so I sat with it and the heat started coming. I was really enjoying the fire. I felt my face, my pulse, like everything. If you've experienced Kambo, you know that it's the fire. I was enjoying the fire, the thunder. I felt connected to the jungle. I felt connected to the frog. There was just so much that was happening in my body and my system. And then the purge started to happen. And what happens is, because you are fasted, because you drink 1.5 liters of water just before the Kambo comes on, is that the Kambo basically scans the lymphatic system, pulls the toxins out of the body, dumps them into the stomach, and then you release through the purge. So the purge started coming, and it wasn't unpleasant like my ego had been expecting. I mean, it was unpleasant to the extent that like you're sitting in the fire, you're sitting in mad discomfort, but but it feels good to release. It's like as soon as the release comes, you start to feel lighter, and you know that this is extremely cleansing and extremely beneficial on not just a physical level, but emotionally and spiritually, energetically. And so the purge started to happen, and started to drink more water, started to purge again, and then something deeper happened. My womb started to cramp, like my uterus, and this was the most intense cramping experience I've ever experienced. I'm not on birth control, I'm not on an IUD, nothing like that. So there was nothing in there that would have been being affected, but what I was experiencing was a womb healing from the frog, which is rare to happen on your first experience with Kambo. But what was crazy was that my body was telling my mind, like there was a connection between my body and my mind that said like, you're giving birth. And I was like, okay, well, I can't purge anymore. And Esther knew intuitively, like, and she could also just read what was happening. She said, Zoe, lie back, like, you're not gonna purge anymore. I'm gonna go make you a hot water bottle and just tend to this. So I literally like lied there. I was experiencing contractions, like I was giving birth, and that's what my body was communicating to my mind. It was like, this is a birthing experience. And I got another intuitive download, and it said, stop resisting motherhood. You are life, you came to create life. And that was what was being healed through my womb space. So I'm having this intense cramping where I've never felt an insane pain. I've never felt pain like this in my entire life. And then Esther comes with the hot water bottle. It literally took like half an hour, 45 minutes for this to subside and go away. And I'm telling you, I was exhausted afterwards. And Esther explained to me this is a blessing. The womb healing is a gift from the frog. And I felt that. Because post-ceremony, I felt this rebirth energy. And that has been my experience with Kambo, is I've been continuously blessed. I do still experience womb healings. I haven't in the past few more recent sessions that I've done with Kambo, but it has been something that's been a part of this journey. And Esther explained to me, and I deeply understood this as well, it was very resonant in my being, that the womb healing and the womb cleansing experience is releasing past trauma, and not just trauma that I might have experienced in my life, but suppressed trauma of my mother's mother, and suppressed abuse of the feminine is what was being released from my womb. And it was a profound experience. It was completely unexpected. I didn't even know that the womb healing was something that could happen with Kambo, not from even anything that I researched, but now I understand it is more common as I've experienced it multiple times afterwards. But I got a double healing from the frog. I got the body cleanse, right? The purging and the cleansing of the lymphatic system. And then I got this beautiful, beautiful blessing from the frog. And since then, I've been on this beautiful healing journey with Kambo. After that, I felt total rebirth. I knew that I had to work with this medicine immediately afterwards, and that's what has been unfolding in my life the past few months. It's been deep work with the frog, deep, profound healing with the frog. And so much of it has been around the feminine and around my relationship with my mother, and suppressed emotion, suppressed trauma, and the release of all of that. Kambo is a warrior medicine, and it has helped me to release fear. It has helped me to release things deep inside of me that I just wouldn't have been able to touch at myself, and for that I am forever grateful. And that's why I wanted to begin sharing more about this journey with Kambo with you, sharing my ceremony experiences, sharing my experience becoming a practitioner, and sharing my experience working with this medicine, because it is profound and it is powerful and it is incredibly healing. I owe so much to this beautiful and this sacred medicine, and that's why I want to share it with you. Because if you're out there and you're suffering with, you know, maybe it's a physical ailment that's manifesting, but if you do feel a call to the frog, if you do feel like what I'm speaking to is resonating with you, there is a reason, and there's a reason because this medicine can open up things for you if you are called. And yeah, we need to start releasing the stigma around alternative forms of healing in these different modalities, because I cured my ringworm with Kambo, yes, but it also allowed me to release deep suppressed emotions, suppressed trauma that wasn't even mine. And it's been a beautiful journey. I can't wait to share more of it with you guys, and if you do have questions, feel free to ask and I'll do my best to answer in future videos. But like I said, I'm so grateful to be finally sharing more of this journey with you that's been a part of my life these past few months, and this chapter in Bali. I'll leave my website, Kambo Radiance, down below if you are in Bali and you feel the call to the medicine. I would absolutely love to serve you. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.